A very, very warm welcome to MindShift. I am your host, Avneet Kohli, bringing to you yet another episode to help you expand the horizon of your mind and to help you invest in your personal and professional development. I truly believe that human potential is limitless, but having potential is not the same as doing something with it. Clarity of vision and direction, along with the ability to adapt to any curveball that life throws at you, is what makes all the difference. With that, let me tell you a little bit about my guest. He brings to the table strategic thinking and years of experience of driving business growth across the experiential marketing and events industry. He's currently the Vice President of Virtual Events at India's largest PR firm, Adfactors PR. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, take a look at this.
Hundreds of Floridians swarmed the Tampa Convention Center for the first ever IFA Expo, a series of booths, exhibitions, and fashion shows aimed to expose the mainstream audience to the Indian culture.
Put your hands together as I bring in Zarif Tapia.
Avneet,
Hi, Zarif. Welcome.
thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. I'm super excited to have this conversation with you today.
I'm
Great
super
to have you
excited
here.
too, and it's amazing. I'm thankful that you made this happen at short notice. But what I would like to ask, Zarif, is you've been an experiential marketer and you've been in events for almost over 2 decades, actually. Sure, you would have worked with so many different brands, so many different names, so many different celebrities. Today, we're talking about resetting, relearning, renewing our perspective, and adapting to anything new. So, when we talk about adapting to anything new, as an event manager, you're almost always, the problem solver. Anything can erupt. There's hardly anything that you can control. You can rehearse a zillion times, but ultimately, when the show goes live, everything is, it's out of control. You gotta adapt at the moment. You gotta think on your feet. The question I'd like to ask you is how do you think we can get better at dealing with change? What sort of a mindset, what kind of tools, strategies do you think we can put into play to get better with dealing with change?
I could talk only from my experience. What works for me, for example, is you stop. I mean, if there's something that's bugging me or it's something that I'm dealing that I don't want to deal with, uh, I stop wanting to change it.
Hmm.
I accept it. It's very easy to say that, but you come to a point where you realize, as they say, the more you want to change something, the more it persists,
Hmm.
the worse it gets, right?
Hmm.
So if you let something be, and that's what I've realized, if you let something be, it lets you be, and
Hmm.
and then it's magical, but possibilities open up.
Hmm.
But the moment you're trying to fight something all the time and resist it, it's like banging against a wall, right? I mean, it's there's no sense of possibility. There's more frustration. So whether it's running, so it's like running with what you've got,
Hmm.
and making it as positive as you can possibly make it. Bring in your passion and enthusiasm, which I found very useful because that's contagious. But
Hmm.
if you can bring in your enthusiasm to what you're doing, suddenly connections will be made, people will
Hmm.
get attracted to you, they will want to support you, things will happen.
Yes, Zarif, we also have a lot of entrepreneurs who are trying to adapt to these, to the virtual medium? How can they engage their customers? How can they build a brand experience using virtual as a medium?
Okay. So I think uh, while virtual is a medium, the principles still remain the same of
Mm,
engagement.
mm,
In the sense, uh, I guess the one of the few ways in which you would, the reasons why you would engage would be one to educate. You want to
mm,
educate your audience about your products, about your services. You want to inspire them.
mm,
You want to inspire them to use your products and services. You want to connect audiences. You just want to connect with your TG, right? I mean, so just the way you do it on ground, what we do as virtual event specialists is optimize it for the online platforms.
mm,
So whether how do you inspire, how do you connect, how do you educate them, and ultimately. What I would actually say for people who really want to build their brands is figure out what your community is and create a community online,
mm,
right? Reach out to your community, whatever, whether the community is community of fitness, for example, if you're into fitness products, or you're into um, a business to business products or services that you provide. Depend whichever sector you're in, you have a community that you want to focus on. So
mm,
and I think that's important. Build your community, and I mean, people like me can support you in terms of creating solutions on the virtual platform to engage that community, uh, digitally, and through events. Clearly, so yeah, the principles still remain the same. You want to connect, you want to inspire, you want to educate, and you want to create community.
got
That's
you.
what. Yeah.
Find your niche, educate, entertain, build a community. I think lots of nuggets of wisdom there. How do you adjust and accept things that you cannot change?
Um, I mean, of course, there are lots of things, but from my limited experience, let me tell you what has worked for me. I think we got to trust yourself, be honest with yourself, and take it in your stride as much as you possibly can. Don't fight it. There's no point, because you can change yourself, because that's the only thing you have control over. You can't change things beyond your circumstances. You can't bullshit the universe. So keep that in mind.
Zarif, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Avni. Thank you for having me here. I had a great time having this conversation. More power to you.
Thank you, Zarif. I'll see you on the other side. Take
Bye.
care.
Thank you very much.
Stop resisting and choose to grow with whatever curveball life throws at you. So, with that parting thought, I hope today's session has been an insightful one. Make sure to share this with everyone that you know to spread these positive words to spark someone's day. Until next time, this is Avneet Kohli taking your leave. See you soon.